Hello friends, good morning. As in previous lecture, we learned the image formation for convex mirrors. In that lecture, we see that the image formed by the convex mirror is always virtual, erect, diminished, and it forms behind the mirror. Today we learn some examples where the use of convex mirror is applicable. Now we see the first use of convex mirror in our daily life. The first one is convex mirror is used as rear view mirrors in automobiles because it forms great image and size of image is smaller in comparison to objects, hence it is used in the rear view image of automobiles so that we can see that the whole image of the objects in a small mirror. Clear? The second one is convex mirrors are used in the street lights to spread the light of the source up to a large area. As we know that the convex mirrors are diverging mirrors, it spreads the light rays. Hence, it is used in street lights. The next one is for the security of shops. The shopkeeper use big convex mirrors to keep watch on the customers and queues among them. The convex mirrors are used in shops by which the shopkeepers can watch to their customers and the thieves among the persons present inside the shop because it provides a large area. Clear? Now, we will discuss about sign conventions according to new current system. We see that according to new sign conventions, the object always kept left to the pole and pole is taken as the origin. Means that the light always falls on the mirrors. The mirror may be convex or concave towards left. In the example, we take the concave mirrors. You got five conventions. This is our mirror. The object will always present to the left of the mirror, and we take the pole as origin. Means the light falls on the mirror always to the left. According to five convention, the distance measured from pole in the direction of incident ray, is taken positive. And we can say that the distance of the object from the pole to the right is positive, and opposite to the direction of incident ray, means left to the pole is taken as negative. Distance, clear? Distance measured on principal axis. Left to the pole is taken negative. We take principal axis as x-axis. Clear? And the distance above the principal axis taken negative. Clear? According to sign conventions, the object is always placed left to the mirror, and the pole of the mirror is taken as origin. All the distances are measured with respect to pole. The principal axis is taken as x-axis, and the perpendicular axis to the principal axis is taken as y-axis. The distance of object or image measured on x-axis will take, if we measure the distance in the direction of the incident ray, means to the right of the pole, then it will be the positive. If image is formed here at any point, then the distance of image will be positive, and if image formed in front of mirror, means left to the pole, then it will be taken as negative. If we measure the distance above the principal axis, means x-axis, means at y-axis above the principal axis, then it will be taken as positive. And if we measure the distance below the principal axis, then in that conditions it will be negative. In short, the distance right to the pole will be positive, the distance left to the pole will be negative, the distance above the principal axis will be positive, and the distance measured below the principal axis will be negative according to sign convention. Clear? Now, we will discuss the mirror formula. What is the mirror formula? A formula which expresses the relation between the object distance u, image distance v, and focal length f. That formula is known as mirror formula. As we see that a formula that relates the object distance u, image distance v, focal length f of a spherical mirror is called mirror formula. 1 upon v plus 1 upon v equal to 1 upon f. As the derivation of this formula is not in our syllabus. The derivation of this formula we will learn in the higher classes in 11th and 12th class. Clear? Only application is in our syllabus. V is image distance, U is object distance, and F is the focal length of the spherical mirror. Clear? Now, we see that linear magnification. What is the linear magnification? Linear magnification is the ability to magnify the size of image of the spherical mirror. Linear magnification of a spherical mirror is defined as the ratio of the height of image to the height of an object. Clear? Linear magnification is defined as the ratio of height of image HI to the height of object S0. Linear magnification n equal to HI upon S0. In terms of image distance and object distance, it is minus V upon U. Clear? For plane mirror, magnification n equal to plus 1, because in case of plane mirror, the object is always virtual, erect and same size of an object. Hence, the magnification will be always positive and equal to 1. In next video, we will discuss the magnifications by the convex mirrors and concave mirrors in different conditions. Thank you.